Hello, hello, hello. What's up tonight, everyone? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Wonderful Thursday evening to you. Hopefully, your holiday week is going well. Good to see everyone. What's going on? Autumn Shank, TPD01 Shuka Plays, Filthy Rascal, Jared. How goes it this evening? What's up, Brew 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 the Deck? Good to see you. Funky Duffy. Oh man, can we see some Pauper? I think we will have more Pauper. That is on my list for the New Year's. More Pauper content. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for more content in general. Working on lots of new stuff. So I don't know about doing it on stream. My experiences with streaming Pauper has been that they haven't been very popular streams, but maybe that's changing with a renewed focus on the format. What's up, Saffron Olives kids? Ballin Henderson, Jeremiah from work. How's it going this evening, everyone? Glad I could catch a live stream. Even Ojitai. Yeah, it's gonna be a sweet stream, I think. I'm excited to try out this deck. I really love playing Blue-White Control. It's one of my all-time favorite archetypes to play in Modern, and this looks like a pretty sweet list. It's kind of more aggressive looking. We got lots of creatures, hopefully can close out the game quickly, so it's kind of like a mid-rangey kind of control deck, so it should be pretty fun. Hey, welcome, Mage Cub. Good to have you. So how is everyone this fine Thursday evening? Big plans for the New Year's this weekend? 2018 right around the corner. Rivals of Ixalan right around the corner. Spoiler week next week. Gonna be pretty exciting and busy. We're gonna get so many cards next week with only 1 week of spoilers. Starsealed of Nyx. Ooh. That's a spicy way of playing Starfield. I like the Seal of Fire combo kill. Just keep getting it back and keep getting it back. It's a little slow, but it's really cool. I like the seals with the Starfields. Yeah, the bonus Legacy Mucha Brew, I want to start doing more Legacy. That's also on my list as bonus type stuff, because I need to play more matches with the format. I really felt bad. I felt like we could have won at least one more match, and maybe two more, if I just was more familiar with the deck, was more familiar with the format. Cup and Scale, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. So Legacy is a super hard format to pick up if you haven't been playing it. It's so powerful, and there's so many just really fast, powerful things that can happen. If you don't know what every deck is up to, it's actually really hard. I've been a silent watcher for weeks, now I finally get to spam the chat. Hey, awesome! Not enough RAM. Your RAM situation has been fixed. Anyway, let's do our reminders. We'll talk about this Blue-White Control deck. I apologize in advance. I got stuck out in a snowstorm last night, and I can feel I have like a bit of a head cold. So if I sound a little head coldy, whatever that sounds like, that's what happened. I went to a Syracuse basketball game last night, and if you're not familiar with Syracuse University, which probably most of you aren't, because why would you be? Because it's in the middle of nowhere in upstate New York. But it's on the top of this huge hill, and you have to park way away from the actual dome where the game is, and it was like a blizzard, and then there were car accidents, so we got stuck out in traffic for hours, so it was like a disaster. But anyway, that's why I have a bit of a head cold coming on. Anyway, normal YouTube, we had an Against the Odds, a very bug-filled Against the Odds last night, featuring Snowlimnity, playing some Solemnity with cumulative upkeep creatures. There were so many bugs with cumulative upkeep. It was actually pretty amazing how bugged that deck was on Magic Online. But it was super sweet. I think that deck was actually fun. I would like to play it some more, but we can't really play it till the bugs get fixed. But anyway, you should check it out if you haven't seen it yet. We have a Fairy090. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Yeah, we might play it again if the bugs get fixed, because it was actually really fun to play, and it seemed like it was at least somewhat competitive. Also, Commander Clash coming out. We're back on track, I believe, for this weekend, I'm pretty sure. And it's going to be a sweet one. We have a New Year's resolution, I believe is the theme, and I'm filling in for it, so it should be a fun one. Of course, replay YouTube, all the old streams, including this one, in the future, and the merch page with tokens and t-shirts and playmats, all that sweet stuff, so check that out if you're looking for a way to support the stream and the channel and the site. You are just in time. I love offensive memes. And of course, donations available down below, not required, always appreciated. So let's talk about our deck for tonight. We're playing, I'm calling it Blue-White Ojutai Control. It's kind of like a mid-rangey Blue-White control deck for Modern. So we're not playing the draw goal game. We actually have a decent amount of creatures, so we have a pretty fast clock. So we're controlling, but we're more of a mid-range deck, I guess, if you really look at it. So what we're trying to do is basically just stay alive and disrupt our opponent. We have a lot of different options. Path to Exile for creatures, a wacky suite of counter spells, couple of spell snares to deal with turn 2 plays, Pact of Negation to catch people by surprise, Cryptic Commands just kind of does a little bit of everything. So ways to disrupt our opponent. We got some sweepers in Supreme Verdicts. Then we have a Leyline of Sanctity and a Gideon's Intervention. I'm assuming to deal with combo decks. They're very strange one-ofs. I'm not exactly sure why they're one-ofs. It's a really odd number of Gideon's Interventions and Leyline of Sanctities to play, but they are very powerful in the right situation. So ways to disrupt our opponent: Spreading Seas to disrupt Tron decks, also just cycles and can randomly mana screw opponents, color screw opponents. So that's kind of our defensive stuff. Some Detention Spheres. So we're trying to have a decent amount of answers to pretty much everything going on in the format. But what makes this deck sweet is we actually have a lot of threats too. Some control decks you see in Modern, they're playing like a Gideon and an Elspeth or something, or a Gideon and a Jason Elspeth, and it takes those decks forever to actually close out the game. So while we're certainly a control deck and can win with Celestial Colonnade like a typical control deck, we also have a lot of other creatures. We get Vendilion Clique, a fast flying clock, Restoration Angel, a fast flying clock that can also gain its life with our Kitchen Finks, reuse our Vendilion Clique, generate value by blinking our Wall of Omens, and of course our namesake card, Dragonlord Ojutai, which is just super sweet and super powerful. So Ojutai, if it's untapped, it has hexproof. If we attack with it, it's a little risky. However, lots of people are using Fatal Pushes, lots of people have Lightning Bolts, so there's a lot of removal that doesn't happen to hit a 5 mana 4 toughness creature. So even if we're attacking, it's kind of naturally resilient to a lot of popular removal. And then we just get to anticipate when we get in damage, so we're finding more counters, we're finding more creatures. Otherwise, we just have a Gideon Jura. Mana-based Celestial Colonnade gives us another backup finisher. A couple of random cards, a Minamo, can untap our Ojutai to protect it. Is kind of a sweet combo. The Bad Sticky, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big Scoops here for our new subscriber. And Field of Ruin for more Tron hate. As far as the sideboard, mostly just more control stuff. Negates, Disdainful Strokes, really good at countering things against Storm, against Tron. Celestial Purge to deal with Death Shadows, Gurmag Anglers. Rest in Peace, full playset to shut down graveyard decks. Stony Silences. We are not a Snapcaster deck as well, so we don't really care about shutting down our graveyard. We're not really using it, so we can play the full playset of Rest in Peace. Stony's Islands, Affinity, and Tron. Another Elspeth if we want to go big. Another Sweeper, the Supreme Verdict, and a Grafdigger's Cage to hit on collected companies as well as graveyards. So that's what we're working with tonight. It's kind of an aggressive-ish control list, and I'm really excited for it. We don't play. Hey, welcome, Irish Saints. Good to have you. Awesome to have another first-timer in the stream. So I love playing control decks. It's one of my favorite archetypes to play, but we don't play it very much on stream because I don't really know why. I think part of it is we don't do that many deck techs for control decks because they're not very easy to deck tech because it's just piles of removal and stuff. So I never really know how to talk about them. I'm like, it's just a whole bunch more removal and it's a whole bunch more card draw. So it doesn't usually work well for deck techs, which also keeps it from being shown on the stream as often as some other archetypes. So I'm excited for an excuse to test it out. Jay Zoller, this has got to be your favorite deck. Just as Jay Zoller is finally getting back into Magic, we play a blue control deck. You have a question about Moto. All right, what's your Magic Online question? How can we help? I think there's a budget blue-white Esper list to make Ojutai a finisher. I think you can make a budget Dragon control deck. the mana base is going to be challenging. When I've tried to build budget like Esper control decks with Dragonlord Ojutai, Dragonlord Slumgar, stuff like that, that's always the sticking point, is making the mana work well enough is usually where I end up getting stuck. But I think it's possible to make it work. You read something about going infinite on Magic Online. So going infinite just means you actually win enough to make money, or at least break even, so you don't have to put money into Magic Online. We're going to keep this hand. It's a little slow, but we're on the play, so I think it's fine. Double Restorations Angel is nice, so we're going to keep it. Yeah, I guess it's a little bit more expensive in paper. That is true. Some of the Dragon Lords. I don't think Ojutai is that expensive, though. Ojutai with Brave the Sands? Well, there's our Ojutai. We just really need to find lands. If we draw a couple more lands, it feels like we say that all the time. Hey, welcome, Kevin. I'm hoping for the 502. That would be sweet. So it is possible to pay for free on Magic Online or go infinite. Definitely not easy, though. Like, it has gotten harder, I think. It used to be pretty easy. You got to be able to win roughly like 60-something% of the time consistently to come out a little bit ahead. Because basically, once you get in a deck, if you can play leagues and go 3-2 consistently, you're coming out a little bit ahead each league. So that's basically what you're shooting for. And going 3-2 consistently is not that easy. When you consider, like, Pro Tour players, a lot of times are winning 65, maybe 70% of the time. It's not that easy to win 65% of the time, but it is theoretically possible. Yeah, I am definitely the opposite of going infinite as well. Partly because of Against the Odds in some of those series. Not easy to go infinite with Against the Odds. That would really be a feat. Freebooter. Alright, you can freeboot us. I think our hand is actually pretty good against humans if we draw lands to get down these restos. No, no, we're not pacting it. Oh, no. Hey, Seth, question. Say that the only good LGS nearby is closing on December 31st, and the only other choice nearby is my former LGS is always crowded, loud, and annoying. Would you tough it out and keep playing paper Magic, or sell my collection and play on Magic Online? Well, I actually have went through essentially that exact experience. So the one local gaming store that I liked, and this was a long time ago now, years and years ago, but the one local game store that I like closed down for just normal reasons. And there was another one that I didn't really like. I went to like a couple of pre-releases there, but I didn't really like the other one. So I mostly went the Magic Online route. So you got to do what's right for you. I don't think you got to sell all your cards. I would probably keep at least a deck or two if you're going to sell out most of your collection, especially if you have any non-standard decks. But I have enjoyed playing mostly on Magic Online, so. Do bots buy booster packs? Yes, they do. It's actually really easy to sell boosters to bots on Magic Online. Yeah, starting a local game store, I don't think is as easy as it sounds to actually be successful at it. Oh my goodness. Come on, Path. Now or Supreme Verdict. Path or Supreme Verdict is what we need. We have 2 restos that we can't cast. Well, we're going to start cracking. Crack Flooded Strand. Get an island. Crack Flooded Strand. Get an island. Come on. Alright, well, Wall of Omens isn't the worst. It does draw us another card at least, and lets us block. Alright, there's a Colonnade. Well, now we're pretty close to getting down Ojutai, and Ojutai with Pact and Negation backup seems like it could be pretty solid here. Pass the turn, and we got a blocker. What do you think about the old fat packs like Nemesis, Prophecy, Marcadian Mass? Aren't they really expensive? Oh, I've done that before. I have accidentally packed before. There was one game, oh, I can't remember what we were playing. I accidentally clicked the green pack and cast it, and I probably wouldn't have cast it otherwise, but we ended up winning the game because of that, which was pretty sweet. We got the combo. Manamo, Ojitai. Seems like it could be good here. I don't know how Humans is going to get through Dragon Lord Ojitai. I guess they're going to have to go around it and go wide. But hopefully Ojitai can find us... Oh my goodness. Collected Company. If they get another Meddling Mage and name Ojitai Mantis Rider... Oh, opponent! Oh, opponent. That was a insanely good Collected Company. We might be losing. I built Mono Black Infect with some slight changes. I went 5-0 in my first league against tier decks, and then I lose to Jank. How can I make this deck Jank-proof? That is the challenge of Modern, and I don't know if you really can. There are so many playable decks in Modern that you can build decks that beat the tier decks, and then you play leagues where you just don't run into any of the tier decks, and you play all janky second tier decks, and that's just how Modern is. There's not really a whole lot you can do about it, I don't think, as crazy as that sounds. Well, let's play Manamo. Run out Ojitai. And go attacking. In theory, we can leave up our Pact. I don't know if we'll actually cast it. This Mantis Rider is obnoxious because we can't block it because it would kill our Ojitai. So we're still not in a great situation. I don't think I ever made an opponent as mad as I did today. I was playing Espergorio Shadow deck, and turn 3 Obsidian in game 1. My opponent boards in Rest in Peace, and I slammed 2 Death Shadows. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. If you want to send me deck lists for Fishbowl Thursday or anything else, you can always tweet them at me, or saffronolive at mtggoldfish.com is probably the best way to do it. Just T for the 15th month in a row. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Yes, it's been a pretty good holiday season so far, Just T. Hopefully it has been a good holiday season for all of you as well. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for this subscription. Big scoops here for our re-subscriber. Another freebooter. Good golly. Well, I think we have to just draw... I think we have to just draw a Supreme Verdict. Opponent gets in. We're going to block. I think we're Supreme Verdict or bust here. And we can't even get the Ojitai hit in. Wow. Vendilion Click is not helpful. Well, let's get in with Ojitai. The problem is I'm sure our opponent blocks and then we lose. The fact that our opponent got to see our hand and randomly name Restoration Angel basically just put us on a mull to 5. And not easy to win the mull to 5s. Yep, 7. We can go to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, I guess in theory we get to live another turn, maybe, if our opponent has nothing with Kitchen Finks. And try to draw that Supreme Verdict. If you want to send me stuff to get signed, the P.O. Box, I think there's a command for that. The P.O. Box is... maybe there's not a command. Anyway, the P.O. Box is 110... P.O. Box 110, Clyde, New York, 14433. Love your videos, love MTG Goldfish. You were one of the first who made me love Magic and get obsessed with it. Thank you so much for all that. Oh, well, thank you, Shavino. I'm glad you enjoy it. Thank you, thank you. There's no space in P.O. Box, I see. I asked about it last stream about Standard Burn. All right, let me take a peek at Standard Burn. Ooh, all right. That looks pretty solid. All right, another Mantis Rider. That's game. Well, that was incredibly frustrating. Man, this human deck, it drives me insane because you talk about jank. The human deck is like the epitome of jank. And every time I play against it, I'm like, there's no way that this should... It's playing so many horrible cards. There's no way this is going to work. And then it usually just assembles the right bits of jank to win somehow. I don't know how it manages to do that so much because the cards just don't look good. They look like they're pretty underpowered in general. The standard burn deck looks, I mean, I think that's pretty solid for standard burn. Dynavolt Tower is a nice addition. Rat Life, ooh, some Training Grounds action. Tasigur Training Grounds is pretty sweet. That's a lot of value. Pack Rat, also a lot of rats. That's actually, it looks pretty fun. Hey, thanks for the cheer, Body Bago. What's up, Rolsey? Standard ramp. Ooh. Standard ramp looks sweet too. I'm so excited for Rivals of Ixalan. I don't have a ton of hope that it's gonna just displace energy at the top of the format. It seems like it might not be super likely, but I'm remaining hopeful, and I'm really excited to have new cards to brew in Standard again. I don't think we have a ton to sideboard in. Celestial Purge, I guess Celestial Purge is actually probably good enough. Celestial Purge does get some important things. Maybe we go down Gideon's Intervention, does not seem super exciting. Bring in an Elspeth and go down a Spell Snare because of Caverns and because we're on the play? Something like that. Do I think they will reprint Black Lotus? Well, not in the immediate future because of the reserve list, but I do really think that sooner or later the reserve list is going to go away. The Worm deck looks really sweet. I remember this one. Did you email me this, or did I look at it on the stream last time? It definitely looks really fun. It could be a good against the odds deck. I am very, very excited for Dominaria. They're going to nail it. I have so much faith in Wizards making Dominaria awesome. Ooh, all right, we'll keep this. Turn 2 Spreading Seizure Cavern of Souls actually seems pretty good. And then we have Detention Sphere. Hopefully that draws us lands to get to our Planeswalkers. I don't know if Grafdigger's Cage is good enough or not. Grafdigger's Cage is very good against Collected Company. Hey, welcome from the U.S., Goddard Hazard. And to you too as well, Manchuru. There's a cavern. All right, so we have our Spreading Seas target. I am pretty confident they will reprint Basic Island. That seems likely. All right, play the Plains, run out Spreading Seas, which actually makes our opponent's mana a lot worse. My wish list for Dominaria, Planeswalker version of Urza, Mishra, and Yawgmoth. Yeah, I don't know if we'll see those. It seems like Joyra, Karn, and Teferi are probably going to be the focus, hopefully. And then there's, who's it, Liliana, I think, is from Dominaria, so we'll probably have Liliana in the story, which is fine. Champion of the Parish for our opponent. Do we just get him with that Cavern of Souls? Pretty good. Man, another land would be awesome here. Planeswalker Norn of the Wary. Return of Tibalt? Yeah, I think they're going to do really good with Dominaria. And they're going to hit expectations, and it's going to be one of people's favorite sets. And I think they're going to ban Energy. I think it's going to happen. I don't think they want to risk Dominaria being overshadowed by Energy. Ugh. That's actually pretty obnoxious. We're not good at drawing paths. I'll play a land, Spreading Seas, Godless Shrine. If our opponent didn't have this cavern, our oh no! Oh, dream dying with no lands, Cabal Therapy would be too good for standard, I believe. Brew the deck, trying to get opinions on Player Unknown Battleground stream. There, really? Jace? This deck doesn't play Jace. I wonder if they sideboarded in because they knew we had Spreading Seas. Opponent gets in for 5. If we don't draw a land here, we're just going to lose to the saddest of sadness. Well, there's a land. Okay. How do we do this? We can Detention Sphere something to slow the clock. We can Kitchen Finks. How about a Counterspell reprint and ban it in Modern? I don't think Counterspell would be too good in Modern. I think it's the other way. I think Wizards thinks that it's too good for Standard, which is why it's not in Modern. But I don't even think that Counterspell would be considerably better than Mana Leak in Modern. Like, in some decks it would be, but you would still see decks playing Mana Leaks because of the single blue converted mana cost. I actually have Twitch.tv Saffron Olive. So, but I don't use it very often. But I do. I used to stream on that before I streamed on the Goldfish channel. We started a Goldfish Twitch, so I still have that. And I know it confuses people sometimes because occasionally, if I'm just like watching and chatting and subbing and stuff, I pop up on my own personal channel, and sometimes people are like, "Is that really Saffron Olive? He's always MTG Goldfish." But it is really me. What do we do here, chat? Sphere the Champion, and then we're hoping to draw land, I guess. They get to loot with Jace, but whatever. Sphere Thalia, I guess, doesn't change the equation much. We could just Finks. Alright, I guess we got a Sphere. The upside of Sphering Thalia is if we draw a Wrath, but the clock is pretty fast, and our opponent's almost assuredly going to hit a human. All right, we'll get rid of Champion. So my quest to make Modern Metallurgic Summonings work, we played it for Budget Magic, and I have not messed around with it recently. It's just kind of taken a backseat, but I do hope to do some more Metallurgic Summonings in Modern at some point. I mean, we need another land for Cryptic anyway, and the odds that we draw our last planes is fairly low, so I think it's okay to hit Champion there. I don't know. Are you worried that someone will be Saffron Olive on Arena before you can claim the name? Oh, I didn't even think of that. What was the punt there? I'm so confused what the punt was. I hope no one snatches Saffron Olive out from under me before I get on Arena. That would be sad. I'll have to be like Saffron Olive 1 or something like that. Hey, what's up, Preposterous? How goes it tonight? I'm hoping that they get to the point where we can start streaming Arena pretty soon, because I am definitely interested in testing it out. All right, Noble Hierarch. We do have a pretty good pinch on our opponent's mana. Opponent gets to get in for 4 with Thalia, though, which is not good. So we really want to land here. Land is our best draw. Any blue source is really good. Wildoof, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Man, this mana is super awkward. Well, I think we gotta just pass. Pass Path Thalia, most likely. Yeah, I think this is what we gotta do. And then we can Finks next turn, or maybe we still draw land eventually and we can go to town that way. No, oh, Afran Saliv, okay. I'm fine with that. I thought you said you were going to just go and snag Saffron Olive before I got a chance. If you hate Hearthstone, you won't like Arena. Can't say more because of NDAs. Well, my hate for Hearthstone isn't the Hearthstone client for the most part. I think the Hearthstone client is pretty good. My dislike of Hearthstone mostly has to do with the actual like game of Hearthstone. All right, I guess it's path time. See you later, Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. Please no collected companies. Alright, Thalia down for the time being. Do you think that Nahiri Emrakul package or Geist package is better for Jeskai in Modern? I have seen mostly people going with the Geist plan recently. Nahiri seems to be kind of the older build at this point, but they're both powerful. Not enough RAM. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Yeah, I mean, we got to do what we got to do. We got to get that Thalia off the battlefield. Our opponent playing a random 2-drop that we can Spell Snare, untapping, and playing Gideon. That would be our dream scenario. Opponent passes. Vendilion Click. Man, this is so awkward. And they're going to get to flip Jace? Well, I guess we just got Kitchen Finks. This is so... Ugh. One thing about control decks is they really want to hit their land drops, and one thing about this game is we have not been hitting our land drops. Oh, alright opponent, thank you. Land drop hit. Okay, and that's on a collected company. Well, that's super good news. That means no collected company. I mean, our opponent gets to flip Jace, which... yes, we're going to have to deal with that eventually, but we really don't mind that too much. We are running 8 cantrips in Wall of Omens and Spreading Seas. And as far as lands, let me pull up this deck list. 25 lands. 25 lands, 8 cantrips. No Serum Visions, though. I mean, Flip Jace is a way to maybe win the game eventually. Man, I'd love to Spell Snare something. I guess we can always bounce it. So the odds of our opponent actually ultimating Jace is pretty slim. I feel like we're actually in pretty good shape now. Reasonable shape, at least. Because our late game in this hand is really strong. Hey, welcome, Guardian Angel. Thalia's Lieutenant, yes, that is at the top of our counter that list. Ooh, Spell Snare value, finally. Worst case, Gideon is a Fog, and then if we ever find a Wrath, our life is just amazing. Alright, opponent gets in for a bit with the Pilgrim. Yup. Colonnade. Well, let's just Colonnade, leave up Click Cryptic, and plan on getting down Elspeth next turn, and then we should be in pretty good shape. I think we're in okay shape now. We encounter a collected company if they have one. They don't. Arena is boring right now because it's block constructed. Yeah, I'm not super excited for that format. I hope that they get the rest of Standard on there by the time streaming goes live. I think would make things much more entertaining. B-Dem, for the 3rd month in a row, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Opponent's going freebooting. 1 card in hand. So I think what we want to do is just... Do we let it resolve and then bounce it? Nah. They don't have black mana to recast it. We can also just counter draw. I guess that makes more sense than letting it resolve. We can counterbounce Jace. I don't know if we're worried about Jace at this point, though, because we get to play an Elspeth, and we have this Colonnade, so we should be able to just naturally beat down Jace. I think we're going to go counter draw. Counter target spell, draw card. Croaker MDG for the 13th month in a row. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. So my guess, and I'm not in the beta, so I haven't got to play it, but my guess would be in Ixalan Block Constructed that Dinosaurs has got to be absurd. I can't imagine that Dinosaurs is not the best deck. How does Meddling Mage work with Panharmonicon? It actually doesn't do anything with Panharmonicon, based on the way it's worded. It's not really an ability in the way that an Enter the Battlefield ability is, because it says as it enters the battlefield instead of when it enters the battlefield, so it doesn't really do anything. Do you guys think I should get into Moto or wait in case Arena turns out better? Also, which one is cheaper? So, not enough RAM. We do not know how much Arena is going to cost yet. That's one of the things that we're waiting on. So, we'll have to see. One thing we do know is there will be a free-to-play mode, so you can try to grind your way into it, potentially. Well, let's play our land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, maybe we just keep going slow. 1, 2. We can sweep the board and then just click on upkeep and then follow it up. Hey, what's up, Jimmy Chonga? My advice would be to play Magic Online and just wait and see what happens with Arena. I don't think at this point Arena is a reason to not play Magic Online. Yeah, we're just going to Wrath and click, I think. Getting our Planeswalkers down on a clear board is pretty awesome. Yeah, we'll draw, step, Vendilion Click. Vendilion Click. And this is pretty much where our deck wants to be. Wow, did they just top deck Company? They did. Wow, that's a really good draw, because they could have cast it last turn, so they definitely top-decked it, if they did top-deck it. Oh, maybe they're just floating mana for no reason. All right. Oh, they're trying to they're trying to Unified Will, I see. Huh. Do we take anything? Can you sometimes hear me take a vape hit during deck techs? It's possible. I try not to vape while I'm recording so it doesn't come through on the videos, but sometimes I do and trust that I will just edit it out and then potentially miss it, so. Blue, red, white. They don't, this is white. So white, blue, red. Okay. I think we do have to take Mantis Rider or Unified Will. We have to take one of them. Because what they can do is, if we leave both, they Mantis Rider flashback path with Jace, and then 1, 2, 3... Well, I guess they wouldn't have enough mana to Unified Will, though, would they? They can't do everything. And if they do that, then we just play something? I don't want to get got by this Unified Will, though. Alright, we'll take Mantis Rider. Hopefully that was the correct call. I think it's close to just leaving it there. I think it's right on the edge. I'm a little worried about the flashing back path, killing our click, having a creature to be able to counter with Unified Will. Alright, Champion of the Parish. So they can not go on that line because they tap their planes. So we're fine. They can path the click if they want, but that doesn't they won't be able to counter, and then Elspeth will make tokens, and they'll never be able to use Unified Will. All right, opponent just takes up Jace. That's fine. Yeah, I think we're good now. Wall of Omens. Yeah, we're just going to Elspeth. Try to end it. Seems like this deck should have a hard time getting through Elspeth. Do you smoke before switching to vaping? Thinking about trying switching to e-cigarettes too? Yeah, that was my reason. I wouldn't have started vaping if it wasn't for the fact that I had smoked. So switching to vaping was my way of quitting smoking, because I think vaping is healthier. I know it's still new and there's not a ton of research and science, etc., but I feel like it's got to be healthier. What's up, Distake? How goes it? But I definitely wouldn't recommend starting vaping if you're not using it to quit smoking. Like, the healthy thing to do is not do either of those things. So that's my advice. I was stupid and started smoking back when I was playing music and doing that stuff because it seemed like the cool thing to do. And then yeah, I think being healthier is good. That's definitely one of my, I mean, it's kind of been my New Year's resolution this year, because that's one of the downsides of living the content life, which is a great life. I love my job. I love all of you. It is amazing. But it's a lifestyle that definitely has you sitting around a lot, recording videos, doing streams. So there's a lot of sitting involved. So I made a really big effort this year to stop smoking. That was one of my big things. I switched to vaping. Stopped drinking soda altogether. I used to drink Code Red Mountain Dew like a fiend, and now I don't drink soda, period. I drink coffee and water, and get more exercise. Those were some of my big things. So hopefully carry that over and do even more in the new year. That's the idea anyway. I think you gotta make sure you're not smoking more nicotine than you would smoke normally. Yeah, I think that's definitely true. The deck list is available. If you ever want to see the deck, just do !deck and you can see it. Hey, what's up, awesome dude? It's going well. How are you? Now we need to bring in the Spell Snare again, I think, on the draw. Not sure what we go down. Maybe... What do we cut? We got to cut one card. Yeah, standing desk would be cool. I've thought about getting a standing desk. I definitely for me, getting rid of soda was a huge thing. So that was by far, I think, the biggest thing I did. I actually think, and this probably sounds insane, but I think for me, I drink a lot of Code Red Mountain Dew. I think for me that switching from soda to drinking water might have been a bigger health improvement in overall how I feel than going from smoking to vaping, which is really insane. And I think it was probably harder to quit soda than it was to switch from smoking to vaping, which also sounds pretty insane. Yeah, definitely not. But let me say that again. Definitely not suggesting anyone vape. For me, it was a good thing because it was a way for me to stop smoking. But I definitely would not encourage anyone to vape. I don't think that the healthy thing to do is not do it at all. So let me make that doubly, triply clear to everyone. This hand, we don't have blue mana. Field of Ruin can get us blue mana. I am like 6'3.5", roughly. Somewhere in that range, between 6'3" and 6'4". Got some SCG sleeves and they're good quality. That's awesome. Can we keep this? Finks is good. If we draw blue source, this hand is good. Yeah, I am pretty tall. And the funny thing is, I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4... I have 1, 2, 3. I have a bunch of brothers. 5 brothers. No, 4 brothers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And I'm actually the shortest of of all the, not the shortest, second shortest actually, of all the boys in my family. My littlest brother is still in high school, and he's 17. He's like 6'8" or 6'9". He's gonna be super tall. He already is super tall. D Slices, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Can we keep this, chat? Can we keep this? Alright, we're gonna try it. Heart of the cards, heart of the cards. Heart of the cards. Yeah, I don't drink anymore, which is good. That was another thing on my used to do. I mean, I'll drink not blue mana. I'll drink a glass of wine socially, but I used to drink a lot more back in the day. That was another thing that went along with like playing music and going to concerts. Drinking and smoking were 2 really bad habits that I picked up from from doing that and pretending to be a rock star. Because that's what rock stars do, so you feel like that's what you're supposed to do. So, yeah, that was another habit to get out of. Snare is relevant, but it's not relevant without any blue mana. Yeah, that's what I was figuring. We can always Field of Ruin. Having a Supreme Verdict is great. That could be a really big deal here, depending on what our opponent has. And Spreading Seas is super good if we happen to just draw a blue source, like hit unclaimed territory. That really pinches our opponent on mana. I think the most competitive budget deck, if your goal is just to win, it is definitely Goblins. The 8-whack Goblin deck is by far the most competitive. Maybe I shouldn't say by far, but that is the one to play. If your goal is to win tournaments, that is definitely the budget deck to pick up. Man, opponent's off to a very fast start. Blue mana? That is the opposite of blue mana. I'll play a Jano's Castle. Not feeling super good about where we're at. We might be dead before we get to... Oh, man. Yeah, well, I guess we should have mulliganed. I think we're going to lose because... we didn't have blue mana for the Spell Snare. If they can follow up with a Thalia, things are even worse. There's a Thalia. Yeah, this is Nightmares. Nightmares! Yeah, I guess we should have shipped it. If I had known our opponent was going to have... I mean, this is kind of the best possible start for the human deck. If I knew our opponent was going to have their best possible start, definitely would have mulliganed this hand. Aiken, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Best content going, love the jank. Well, thank you so much. Me too. All right, down to 12. And yeah, I think we're just super dead. Tapped blue mana doesn't help. I mean, all we can do is attempt to run out a Kitchen Finks. I guess there's some weird world where our opponent decides to path Kitchen Finks so they can get in more damage. And we get a blue source and then draw an untap land and we can Supreme Verdict. That would actually be an out here. What else do we have as outs? I mean, maybe we can just chump our way to the Supreme Verdict. I think it might be happening. Yeah, if we lose this, it's going to be because we're 1-1. We're in match 1, but we're 1-1 as far as games go. Should they change the mulligan rule from 7-6-5 to 7-6-6? Oh my goodness. Wow! Opponent's hand keeps getting better. Holy. That is absurd. Opponent goes attacking. Well, we block with Kitchen Finks. Try to soak up a bit of damage. Wow. I don't feel like we have many outs. Down to 7, up to 9. All the white mana. Maybe this mana base is horrible. Octolaris, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big Soups here for our new subscriber. Do I do deck reviews? How much do I charge? So I don't charge for doing deck reviews. You're definitely welcome to send me your list. We do Fishbowl Thursday deck tech. So if you wanted me to look over your deck and consider it for Fishbowl Thursday, definitely email it to me or send me a link. I don't usually have time to do like a full write-up, but I try to respond and just let you know, hey, it looks cool. Maybe a quick thought if I have some input, and let you know that I got it. Are we just literally dead? Is there any outs here? We block here. We die. We can't play a creature. We somehow have just mono white mana. We can't Spreading Seas. Yeah, that does it. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh yeah, you can definitely submit deck lists in chat as well. Well, you're probably happy, Jay Zoller. We did not draw any blue mana, and you hate blue mana. That was frustrating. That was a frustrating one. Well, I guess we should not have... I guess we shouldn't have kept that hand. Our opponent had a super good start, and even if we had a blue source, I guess having a blue source would have changed things because we could have... Spell Snared the first Thalia's Lieutenant if we had untapped blue mana on turn 1. The mana base is definitely interesting in this deck. So changing the mulligan rule, I would think that what I would like to see as a small tweak to the mulligan rule would be that you scry equal to the number of mulligans you have. So if you go to 6, you get to scry 1. If you go to 5, you get to scry 2. I don't like the big crazy changes people have suggested, like going to Hearthstone-style mulligans where you get to just put back any cards you don't want and get new ones. I think that would be insanely broken in Magic. I feel like what would happen if you went to Hearthstone mulligans is you just play, like, Storm, for example. Play Storm with, like, 10 lands in your deck. Draw, hopefully, like, 1 land in your opening hand, and then just respin everything else to find 1 more land, and you consistently have like 2 lands, all your combo pieces, and you win on turn 2. I think you do the same thing with aggro, just play like 10 land burn, and you know that you're, because that's the way those decks occasionally lose, is by flooding out that lack of consistency. So I feel like it would make decks too consistent, at least those certain decks, combo decks, really fast aggro. Esper Curses look sweet. I think the challenge is curses are pretty, well, I mean, I guess Curse of Misfortunes is a good way to find the other curses. Overwhelming Splendor. I will say, I was impressed by Cruel Reality. Cruel Reality is actually better than it looks. Oh dear. What do you say, chat? Can we keep it? Can we keep it? We got a Field of Ruin. Psychologist, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big Soups here for our new subscriber. Yeah, we're not really going to keep it. Okay. We can try this. We got a Finks. Our mana's not horrible. Supreme Verdict if it's a creature matchup. Could work. So wait, what do you mean that you scry equal the number of cards lost? Or do you mean that they have to individually scry 1 for each loss? So like, let's say you mulligan, if you mulligan to 6, it would be just like it is now. You mulligan to 6, you get to scry. If you mulligan to 5, do we want, I don't think we want Spell Snare. If you mulligan to 5, you can, instead of just scrying and looking at the top card, you'd get to look at the top 2 cards, put any number of those to the bottom, put the rest on top in whatever order that you want. We don't know what the matchup is. Oh, we should have kept Leyline. We should have kept Leyline. We should have kept the 1-land Field of Ruin. That's probably our best bet in this matchup. I'm assuming this is Storm. I guess we should have also kept the Spell Snare. If we had known it was Storm, we would have. Is Cruel Reality a necessity? We can lock up the game with 1 card, basically. I don't know if it's a necessity, but it feels like it should be pretty good. Alright, opponent has Baral. Oh, play Field of Ruin. Crag Flooded Strand. Grab an island. And we definitely need to just attention sphere this Brawl. So get rid of Brawl for the time being. We don't really have a lot of ways to stop this combo, though, in our main deck. We don't have that many counters for being a control deck. We have a lot of stuff in our sideboard, but not as much in our main deck. Serum Visions for our opponent. My girlfriend is a good artist. I would love her to do tokens. Not sure how to do that. How can I help her make some tokens for us? I guess it depends on what your plan is. If you were going to try to... Well, I guess we Spreading Seas, because we don't have... Actually... Do we Field of Ruin first to fix our mana? We could Field of Ruin Spire Bluff, and then Spreading Seas. Well, we might draw into something. Let's just Spreading Seas. Come on, good draw. Well, Wall of Omens is a redraw at least. Maybe dig us towards something good. Well, we get to play an Ojutai next turn. I don't know if it stops us against Storm. So you can't just get like blank Magic cards or cards that have everything deleted off of them, or so that would be a possibility. If you just wanted to make a couple of tokens for yourself. On the other hand, if you're looking to like mass produce them, then you'd probably need to talk to someone who does printing or something. Thoughts on doing a streaming series where you show the process of building a deck? That is another thing that's on my 2018 to-do list. Man, my to-do list is super huge. There is so much stuff I want to do. Commander Deck Techs is on it. That's one thing that should be coming soon. Fishbowl Thursday Deck Doctor series is on it, near the top of it. Pauper content to some extent. I don't think it'll be weekly playing Pauper, but start doing Pauper videos bi-weekly every other week, or bi-weekly or monthly. So there's some Pauper content. More Legacy content. That's on the list. There's so much stuff that I'm planning on doing in 2018. It is going to be super sweet. More non-gameplay video series that I'm working on. So the naming series, like Deck Origin series. I'm super psyched. I'm so excited for 2018. And just like the new stuff that is in the works and is going to be coming. So yes, that's something else that's on my list. Is I don't know exactly how to do the brewing aspect series. I was thinking like literally just recording, probably not necessarily talking, but recording as I'm building like a against the odds deck or something, or a few against the odds decks, and then clipping that up so I'll have actual source footage of the deck getting built to be able to do it. Do we just need a Wrath here? We probably die if we don't Wrath. I mean, we probably die if we do Wrath, but... Yeah, Magic Man Sam, I think there's going to be more content along those lines. Probably not exactly the same as Magic Man Sam, but yeah, that's another thing on my list, is to do some more non-gameplay kind of talking content. Magic Man Sam makes great content. I think he might be, if I had to pick one person that makes the best Magic content, it might actually be Magic Man Sam. Like, if you don't know Magic Man Sam, you should definitely check him out, because his videos are so high quality. He does such a good job. Desi J, for the 10th month in a row, said, hope you enjoy the holiday season. Here's to 2018 being full of treasure chests and janky fun. I agree. Thank you so much for the resub. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. I guess we got a Supreme Verdict at. There's no way I don't think I would ever even consider voting for myself. I think that's just a breach of something. So there's, yeah, Magic Aids does some cool stuff. I like some of their videos. Pleasant Kenobi does some cool videos. Are we just dying to Storm anyway, by the looks? Well, we're not dying this turn, but we're dying next turn. Probably, unless we draw like Cryptic, maybe. I find Rudy very entertaining. I don't agree with very much of what he says. I agreed with more of what he says. Hey, see you, awesome dude. Have a good night. I don't agree with a ton of what Rudy says, but I think he's super entertaining. Kevin Zelda, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Well, take Baral. I guess we just take Manamorphose, leave our opponent with the rituals, hope that we draw a counter, perhaps. We have 2 cryptics. We draw a colonnade. Well, there's no reason to even pretend. I'm about 99% sure we're dead here, with our opponent having 2 rituals in hand. They can have basically literally anything and we're dead, but there's not much we can actually do about it. Yeah, I think the Cat Jesus thing was, initially I think I heard Kenobi saying it. Alright, here comes the Stormkill. Ritual, number 1. Yeah, we're a little bit slower here. The YouTube content, I edit really fast. The stream is more a time to try to hang out, interact, and talk. Like, we are playing, and that's part of it, but this is kind of like the time for everyone to interact is kind of that's the main goal for the stream. So once we see Past in Flames, then we can scoop it up, or another Gifts Ungiven for Past in Flames. Then there's not really a way for our opponent to fizzle. I don't even know if they could punt fizzle at this point. They have so much in their graveyard. Alright, there's the Gifts. I guess we'll see what they get, but unless they somehow don't get Past in Flames, which would be crazy. How about a small series where you play a round of Modern with other YouTubers, streamers, playing against Pleasant Kenobi would be sweet. Yeah, I think that could be something. Wow. Oh, they have it in hand? Really, opponent? You have it in hand? Oh, boy. Well, they must just have Past in Flames in hand. Ritual. We knew about that. Ritual. I love your content. Would you check out my janky Modern deck? I would love to, Abe Alpha. Next item, there are new tokens in the works. It takes a little while for them to actually be printed. And oh, there's Past in Flames. All right. Yeah, we're going to scoop. I don't think our opponent... Well, we'll double check. They have multiple Manamorphoses. Yeah, our opponent's already got Storm Count 9. There's not really any way they can punt their way out of this. They can just recast their graveyard and Grape Shot us, so we're going to scoop it up, not sit through it. Doom and Bloom? Ooh. Ooh, it's an Eminent Doom deck. That's pretty spicy. I have never really played a Mana Bloom deck. Alright, so we get a bunch of good sideboard options, which is nice. At least some sideboard options. So we get 2 Negates, 2 Disdainful Strokes, also 4 Rest in Pieces, and a Grafdigger's Cage. Yeah, and a Grafdigger's Cage. And we could bring in Celestial Purges, but we're probably not going to. We got to figure out what we're going down is the bigger question. Hey, what's up, Looney? When I put Counterspell in this deck, I think that, I don't know about this exact deck. It would be, I'm not 100% sure. This deck isn't a very counter-heavy deck. I guess we got to go down a couple Wraths. Could you build around Soul Flayer? We actually did a Soul Flayer against the odds a while ago, and it was pretty awesome. Probably have to go down Kitchen Finks, I guess. Wall of Omens also just cycles. It doesn't really do anything. Maybe... Spreading Seas also doesn't really do anything. Maybe we keep Wall of Omens because we can blink it with Restoration Angel? What about... I mean, we do want stuff that cycles. D-Sphere is, like, passable. I guess we can keep the Finks. I don't know about Celestial Purge. Maybe well, D-Sphere also gets Brawl when Purge doesn't, so we're probably not going to bring in Purge. It might just be like this, I guess. We have a lot more interaction. Hopefully we got enough basics that we won't get Blood Mooned. Let's bring back in one Wall of Omens and one Spreading Seas. Maybe we just go 2. Well, alright, we'll go 1-1. That's fine. We'll try it like that. Hey, Seth, I love you, and my wife, for some reason, can't stand your voice. She just got home from work and said, oh, great, it's him again. Can you say hi? Her name is Lindsay. Hey, Lindsay. Hope you had a good work day. Sorry that you can't stand my voice. We'll play first. Interesting. We are on the play. Is there some way that this is fast enough? We still have one verdict, and we have Detention Sphere. Favorite TV show? I think, like, all time, they're probably not great answers because a lot of people say this, but I think that The Wire and Breaking Bad are probably two of my favorite of all time. Super excited for new Black Mirror coming out tomorrow. I really like Black Mirror. Otherwise, Arrested Development, Rick and Morty, Trailer Park Boys, Archer, Futurama. I think we're going to try it. We can path our opponent's first play. Gideon's Intervention is pretty good. I have not watched Legion. Have you thought about an In the Pain Artist Swans deck in Legacy? I have not. That sounds pretty spicy. I don't do too much brewing in Legacy. Opponent has an island and cantrips. I think with Gideon's Intervention, it'll depend on the situation. Most likely Past in Flames, but we'll see. It might be Gifts Ungiven. Let's crack. We'll just get our single dual land. Play Flooded Stare and pass the turn. We were kind of hoping to hit a spell there, not a land. Opponent has Electromancer. Well, we got to path it, unfortunately. It does get our opponent more mana, which is not ideal. Maybe we can draw... Rest in Peace or a counter is what we really want to draw. Just running out Kitchen Finks here, it's possible we die and Gideon's Intervention is just too slow. Why are we playing Gideon's Intervention instead of Ruined Halo? That is a reasonable question, and I don't know. I didn't actually build this one. This is a 5-0 list that someone played recently. More paths. Uh-oh. Well, I guess we run out Kitchen Finks and hope we don't die. Get in there, Finks! 6 o'clock, we can get there. We can do it. We haven't drawn any of our sideboard cards. Opponent has Baral. Also not good. No, really? Opponent's just going to win here. Hooray. Oh, this deck is going to be banned again, thankfully. Edamanto, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Do treasure chests not sell for ticks anymore? Can't get a bot to offer me anything. You should be able to get treasure chests to sell for something. I think that most of the bots buy them, I believe. I know Goatbots says that they're buying them for 2.25 ticks, so you should be able to sell them there if you can't sell them anyplace else. Well, this is lovely. Get in with Finks. Play an island. Pass the turn. I don't think it'll be banned before the Pro Tour, but pretty sure that it'll be banned. I expect that Storm will be probably one of, if not the best deck at the Modern Pro Tour. Assuming that Rivals doesn't have anything crazy happen that changes the format. Yeah, I mean, I think this is just game, unfortunately. But, yeah, I mean, Wizard has a pretty long track record of banning Storm, and I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see Storm be the breakout deck at Pro Tour Rivals of Ixalan. Because you know people like Finkel are going to play it, and people like Finkel top 8 Pro Tours with Storm when it's horrible. So when Storm's already the best deck in the format, and you have, like, Finkel's playing it, I imagine that it's just going to be very, very good. I don't know what the rules are for Modern anymore, which makes it harder to understand what could potentially get banned. Modern used to have like the turn 4 rule. You know, you don't want to you can't win on turn 3 consistently, and Storm wins on turn 3 very, very consistently. So I don't know if that's bannable anymore though, because you have also like Counters Company. They don't do it as consistently as Storm, but if they just go turn 2 Druid, turn 3 play Vizier, they also just win on turn 3. So maybe turn 3 is acceptable in Modern now, from Wizards' perspective. Starve Extinction. Ooh, that sounds spicy. Opponents doing their thing. I think that looks like a fun against the odds style deck. Got the Stuffy Dolls. You got all the deal damage to stuff combos. There's a counter. And that does it. Well, so far, so horrible for this deck. Oh, boy. Well, I don't know. Maybe this is just not a very good build of blue-white. We'll see. Hopefully we can turn the corner here. Yeah, I don't know what the plan is for Modern. I do know that Wizards made it pretty clear that they're not planning on banning things before the Pro Tour, so definitely not expecting anything to happen before the Pro Tour. But I think based on the results of the Pro Tour, I wouldn't be surprised if there were unbannings and probably bannings. We lost to Humans and Color Screw in round 1. Ad Nauseam is pretty slow as far as combos go. I don't think Ad Nauseam is too good. I don't even know if Ad Nauseam is good, actually. Could Chromatic Answer be a good... Chromatic Lantern be a good answer to Blood Moon? I think you just play around it for the most part. I mean, it is an answer, but it's pretty slow, so I don't imagine it's gonna take off as a tournament level answer, but it is kind of a fun answer. Well, I think we gotta keep this. We only have 2 lands, but we're a 25 land deck. We have multiple 3-drops. And I think Twitch bits are kind of another way of donating. Why isn't Brawl played in Blue-White Control? I think it just doesn't really do enough, and it's pretty fragile. Brawl's insane in Storm because it just pretty much wins you the game. But just to play it for value is a little bit harder to do. It does die to a lot of stuff. And it is legendary, which makes it clunky unless you're Storm and it's just you win if you get it. Kappa, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big Soups here for our new subscriber. So we have 23 lands and 8 2-drop draw a card spells. So our odds of this not going horribly seem relatively high. Spire of Industry. Memnite. Alright, so we're up against Affinity. This isn't a horrible hand against Affinity, I guess, assuming we hit our land drops. Alright, another Path. Well, Path is good. Opponent. What do they got? Signal Pest. And really? Chalice on one? Well, Path Signal Pest. Chalice on one? Affinity's playing a ton of 1-drops. What is going on? What is going on? Crack this. Hallowed Fountain, untapped. Man, we better draw land here. I'm going to cry myself to sleep. Don't do this to a stack. I don't know how we not managed to not hit our land drops in a 25 land deck. Well, Colonnade is sort of a land. It is a land. It is our only tap land. My buddy built this really interesting deck with Ronas and fight cards. Ooh. That sounds pretty sweet. Ronas is a good thing to fight with. Opponent has a Ravager. And Cranial Plating. Field of Ruin's pretty good. We might still be okay here. Hey, thanks for the cheer, the bits, Zach Wind. Do we just want to click? Or do we want to run out Kitchen Finks? I guess if we run out Kitchen Finks, they have to pay 2. I guess if they're going to go on Blink Moth, that's fine. So let's just Field of Ruin, run out Kitchen Finks. Gain some life. Next turn, if we don't draw anything, we can potentially Field of Ruin. With the rise of Jeskai Tempo in the meta and the printing of Push and Azcanta, would you revisit Esperzer? Yeah, I'd be down with revisiting Esperzer. Opponent, forgetting that they played a Chalice on one. It's a combo, sort of. I don't think it's as bad as the record might suggest. Like, being 2-0 isn't great. I'd rather not be 2-0, but I don't think it's as bad as it looks because we got stormed out in one of those games. So opponent getting in with Blinky. Come on, land. It's a land. 1, 2, 3. All right, this is good. So now we can just pass. We get to pass Field of Ruin, the Blink Moth Nexus, and run out of Vendilion Click. More Ravagers. Opponent's just ravaging us. I feel like we're going to turn the corner. I don't think with the deck is as bad as that record might suggest. Mox Opal. Legend rules themselves. Our opponent is not... I don't know about our opponent's playing of this. Mirror Enforcer. Oh, Mirror Enforcer. Opponent. Equips. Well, let's Field of Ruin. Grab an island. Run out Vendilion Click. Do we want this Gideon? I don't know if we actually do. I mean, I guess it's a removal spell. Yeah, I think we keep it. I think we keep it. No cards to choose from. I guess we should have played that more aggressively. We can't cast Path. However, we can cast Dragonlord Ojutai. And I think Ojutai might be better than Mirror Enforcer. Pass the turn. Yeah, our opponent is playing old school Affinity. And Chalicing themselves and Legend Ruling themselves. Oh, opponent. Another Mirror Enforcer off the top. Good golly. Well, we get to go digging with our Ojutai, though. Opponent gets in with everything. Well, block there. Block there. Okay. Moves over the plating. Hits us to 5. Well, hopefully we just hit a Wrath. Yeah, we can't Path, though, because of this Chalice on 1 at the moment. So Finks comes back. I mean, hitting a Wrath should win us the game, just straightforward. Hitting a Cryptic would be very good. Spell Snare is not on the list. Well, we got to get in with Ojutai. Worst case, we just Gideon and Fog if we don't hit anything. So Ojutai finds us. Not much. I guess we just take Colonnade? I think we're okay. I don't think our opponent had lethal because everything they sacked for to Ravager, they would have lost an artifact for plating. I guess we just take Colonnade. Take Colonnade. Run out Gideon. So if we tick down, we die. So we got a plus. That's our only option. So plus Gideon. Man, we really got to hit off this next Ojutai. Cryptic, Supreme Verdict, something. Yeah, we can't Path because of this Chalice. Bone it. We're going to block Ravager. Get it off the battlefield. Or make our opponent start sacking. Maybe they sack Chalice to turn on our Path. Sacks. You got to sack another one. Oh, all right. Well, come on, Ojutai. Come on, Ojutai, please. Disciple of the Vault is legal. Well, get in with Ojutai. We got to hit something. Oh, thank goodness. Spreading a supreme verdict. Alright, now we should be okay. It's not ideal to have to blow up our own Ojutai, but when the choice is blow up Ojutai or just lose, I think we gotta take the blow up choice. Opponent, Darksteel Citadel. Yeah, I think we just Finks. Play Finks. Gain some life. Opponent has no basics, so we might as well Field of Ruin this Spire, I think, and just keep them off of colored mana. So blow up Spire. Strip Mine mode. Strip Mine activated. How do you say Finks' creature type? I'd say Ophi. I don't know if that is correct, but that's that is how I would say the creature type. And our post scoops it up. All right, on the winning track. On the winning track. We're doing it. We're getting there. We're getting there against old school Affinity. Super old school Affinity. Oaf? Is that how? Is that the right way of saying it? Oaf? But there's an E on the end. Yeah. All right. Ophi. Ophi. Well, what do we have to sideboard against this deck? Definitely Supreme Verdict. Definitely our Stony Silences. I guess those are our main ones. Man, that Chalice was actually annoying. Pact of Negation doesn't seem very helpful. Leyline of Sanctity seems very unhelpful. Oaf? Ophi. It's got to be Ophi. The Spreading Seas is fine. What else do we go down? Roof. Without the R? Oof. But then there's an E at the end. There's not a there's not an E at the end of roof. So Oofy? Oofy. Oofy. Alright, I think I got it. Maybe we just go down the Gideon's Intervention. A click? Yeah, I guess that makes sense too. Click blocks flyers, though. It's probably better than Gideon's Intervention. I don't know if Gideon's Intervention is worth it. Maybe we try it like this, I think. All right, we haven't had a Oofy break yet. So 30 seconds. Be right back for game 2 of our round 3 match against Affinity. And we are back. I still have a bunch of deck lists that I have to go through, so I potentially have not seen your deck list yet, but I will hopefully be going over them tomorrow. So expect a response soon. Okay. I guess this is fine. We got a path. Got a couple of 3-drops. Sphinx is good. I usually don't have to go to the restroom during the stream. That's the plan, at least. Occasionally I have to, and then just you guys gotta wait. Intervention is good against Etch Champion. Yeah, we got Supreme Verdicts, though. Hopefully Supreme Verdict is enough to take care of Etch Champion. This is a very old school looking build of Affinity. Wow, alright. Dump the hand. Get him out there. Well, play the plains. Pass the turn. We might actually be pathing Ornithopter, which doesn't feel great, but that's what we got to do. I was going to say if you managed to go during the ad, that must be some kind of land speed record. Yeah, I don't think I'm that fast. Do we really have to path Ornithopter? Holy mother of... Good lord. Disney hasn't bought MTG Goldfish yet, but who knows? Maybe we're next on their list. Well, this is a little ridiculous. Our opponent mulliganed, too. They mulliganed and did this on turn 2. Well, come on. Another path, maybe? Well, Flooded Strand. Pass the turn. Well, let's see if we're fast enough. We are taking a huge hit of damage here. We will have Kitchen Finks. Oh my goodness, another one! They had none of this. They keep drawing literal affinity creatures off the top of their deck. Absurd. Absurd, I say. Yeah, we're just dead. There's not anything we can do. If it's a Magic Link, you can, yeah. I don't think there's a draw in our deck here that does anything. Alright. Well. That's depressing. I guess this build of Affinity seems like it probably is better against Stony Silence. Haha! We'll show them. No Blink Moth for you. Well, that was brutal. The Solemnity deck was super fun. I really liked it. I think that we could play something similar. The lock is so good. I want to play another Solemnity lock deck at some point. But the cumulative upkeep creatures actually worked pretty well as well. I just wish they weren't so bugged. We can't really play them until they get unbugged. It's just not fair to play them in a league or anything right now, why they're so bugged. We did send a message. Hopefully our opponent got it and doesn't draw so many crazy cards. Somehow Disdainful Stroke could almost be good against this version of Affinity, as weird as that sounds. I don't know if we go down for it. I mean, we got a million Wraths. We are on the play this game, which helps. In theory, being on the play lets us Spell Snare on 1, gets us to our Wrath before we die. Alright, let's just run it back like this. Hopefully that was just a really above the curve draw for our opponent, and that doesn't happen every time. Because that was pretty fast. Thing in the Ice Solemnity. That's a good combo. Ooh. Alright, we'll try this. We got some blockers at least. We can path something. Get down a Wall of Omens. Hopefully gets us to our Vendilion clicks. Spreading Seas shuts down a creature land. I think this could work. This could work. Blink Moth. Let's see how fast our opponent's start is. Mox Opal. Play 1. Turn 1. The Bonded Courier. I don't think we can path Bonded Courier here. That seems greedy. So we'll take the hit, crack Flooded Strand, get a Hallowed Fountain, play the island, run out our Wall of Omens, draw a card. Basically just working towards Stony Silences and Wrath. You should play a deck with Dark Depths and Solemnity and Legacy. Ooh, that could be sweet. The only downside is there's just better ways to Dark Depths, I think, in Legacy. So we'd need another payoff for Solemnity if our main plan was to Dark Depths. Because I feel like it's just a worse version of some of the other Dark Depths decks. Dark Depths steps. Here they come, Frogmite. Springleaf Drum. Okay. Opponent's getting those cards under the Bonded Courier. Yep. Opponent passes. We'll play the island. I guess we should probably just draw step a Vendilion click. Probably our best plan here? Ooh, Mystic Remora Solemnity. That sounds like a Tomer Legacy deck. Tomer loves Mystic Remora. Alright. Click. What do they got? Lord, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh god, that's a lot of Mirror Enforcers. How do we not die to Mirror Enforcers? I mean, I guess the other problem is our opponent's going to be able to just refill their hand here or draw Bombette Courier cards. Jeez. Alright, so what's up, Stu? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So basically, our opponent this turn can Memnite, Mirror Enforcer, sack Bombette Courier to draw 3, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm getting a bit of a cold too. Hopefully you're feeling better soon. Well, I guess we take plating. We could draw into a Wrath. I mean, we do have a Path, which is something. Alright, there's a Citadel. So opponent just gets to dump their hand. There's Memnite. If they weren't drawing Bombette Courier cards, I would be less concerned. Opponent's getting in there. Well, we're blocking the Courier. We got to make him sack it. Also block there. Take 0. Opponent gets to draw 3. Probably 3 more Mirror Enforcers. Yep. Oh, jeez. Mirror Enforcer. Springleaf Drum. Well, we could draw land, I guess, for Cryptic. We do not. So let's Spreading Seas Blinkmoth. See if we draw land. We do not. Well, pass the turn. So I guess we path so we pass, chump, path our own something, and then try to Supreme Verdict is our main plan here. Could work. So block here, block here. Path Vendilion Click. Yes, we will grab a Plains. Wow, we might be good. We might be picking up the win here. Opponent passes. We draw another land too. Well, play Mystic Gate. Supreme Verdict. Get rid of the dorks. Alright. Now with a Cryptic in hand and an Ojidai coming down. Wow, that was super close. This old school build of Affinity actually looks kind of reasonable. It just as far as flooding the board, maybe we'll have to play this for something. I bet we could play, whoa, another Mirror Enforcer. Never ending Mirror Enforcers. Alright, let's pass. Yeah, this old school Affinity match just refuses to end. Tap draw. There's a Frogmite. Whoever was asking about my deck, I had to refresh the chat. Did you check the deck out? I did not see it. You could send it again, though. Cranial plating is a potentially lethal problem. 4, 5, 6, 7. We could Gideon plus, and if they don't draw something, Gideon lives. 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's our best plan. Real Grog, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big Soups here for our new subscriber. Play Dragon? Dragon seems like a way to potentially lose to cranial plating. I mean, I guess the question is, do we try to play around plating? Yeah, our opponent has drawn every Enforcer. Gideon plus plays around plating. Anything else, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, loses to plating. If our opponent doesn't hit a plating, or I guess we lose to Ravager too, we probably got to play around. With 4 platings and 4 Ravagers, there's actually a lot of top decks that just kill us. Gideon lives, though. 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we got to go Gideon. Play Gideon. Plus Gideon. So this way, I mean, if our opponent draws a plating or a Ravager, they get to kill our Gideon, but we're not dead, and we're still drawing live to a Supreme Verdict. If they don't draw a plating or a Ravager, our Gideon lives, and we get to Fog again next turn with a Ojutai out to eat a creature. Opponent gets in. All right, they didn't draw it. Wall of Omens. That was actually a pretty good draw. Tick up Gideon. Play Mystic Gate. Run out our Wall of Omens. Draw a card. Run out Ojutai. Pass the turn. Wow, are we stabilizing? Are we stabilizing? We're still not dead to a plating. And now we get an Ojutai hit to go digging for something. Another Cryptic for a Supreme Verdict for something. Just a Springleaf Drum. Opponent. We get to keep Gideon alive again? Oh, I think we turn the corner. Block here. Block here. Keep Gideon alive. Field of Ruin. Well, let's get in with Dragonlord. See what we can find. I think we're doing it. I think we're doing it. Opponent's hand has been ridiculous. They've drawn every drum and every Mirror Enforcer in the top of their deck. Oh man. Detention Sphere, get rid of your Springleaf Drums. I think we just got to take Cryptic. So hit our opponent. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play a Plains. Take up Gideon. And now we have Cryptic and Resto Blink Ojutai? We're beating the drums. We're beating the drums. It's happening. Opponent. Going to Gideon. Well, let's Resto. Blink Ojutai. Block here, block here. Untap. Mystic Gate. Get in with Ojutai. This is where our deck wants to be. It's a Christmas celebration. Little drummer boy. That's a good call. Keep anticipating. Ojutai's pretty good once it gets going. Finks. Supreme Verdict. Well, let's just take Finks. I think is fine. We do put all of our Supreme Verdicts to the bottom, but we can always Field of Ruin them back. And now we're going to kill Mirror Enforcer. Play a Kitchen Finks. Play Field of Ruin. Pass the turn. Wow, we got there. I think I like the new Sylvan Scrying, actually. I think is my favorite. The new Sylvan Scrying with like the rainbowy, waterfall-y artwork, I think is the best. And our opponent scoops it up. All right, we're on the winning track. We're doing it. We come back from a rough start up to 1 and 2. Doesn't sound exciting, but the deck was good that game. We took down Old School Affinity, and we still got a chance. We're still hoping for the Christmas miracle. The Christmas miracle of the kids eating tonight. Who? Can you resto the Gideon after you make it a human and attack? Yeah, I believe, I don't see why you couldn't do that. It does reset the loyalty and would let you activate it again, so you could like attack and then flicker it, and then you'd be able to activate 2+. Just wanted to say thanks for sharing your love of Magic. It makes me want to play for the first time. Keep up the good vibes, and thank you for everything. Well, Hera Morgenstern, thank you so much. If you had $500 to spend on unopened sealed product, what would you spend it on? Unopened sealed product, $500. So is this like for an investment or for fun, like to draft or to open? What is my purpose for the sealed product? Yeah, Snowlemony was super fun. That deck was really fun. I think we'll play something similar again once they get the bugs worked out of it, because I really had a blast playing with that deck. Alright, we'll play first. And this is fine. We just want to hit our land drops. Spreading Seas is surprisingly relevant. I really like this Plains. This Lightning Plains has been moving up my Plains rankings. So we lost to Storm. Boo. Then we lost to Humans. And also our deck giving us some problems. It's Dredge. Well, the good news is we got 4 Rest in Pieces in our sideboard. The bad news is game 1 might be rough. Flooded Strand, crack it. Grab an island, and we might as well just Spreading Seas. I wonder if there's any way we can beat this deck in game 1. Deluded Raven for the 7th month in a row. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new subscriber. Are the Judge promo full art lands on Modo? I don't think they are yet. I don't think so. Did I miss the second part of that question that I just asked? Ooh, let me see. Boneless Dodge. I think the record is correct. We're 1 and 2, right? Opponent gets back Bloodghast, does some dredging. Conflagrate could be an issue. Mono Black Throne. That looks like a cool budget option. Oh boy. Opponent got the whammies. Okay. Double prized Amalgam. Thankfully, no Narcomoeba to get things back. So we're not just dead yet. There's an Ojutai. How many basics does Dredge play? Is there any chance we get Strip Mine mode with Field of Ruin? Not that it even really matters. So originally, Magic Online was Magic Online Digital Objects, with Digital Objects, which is where the Modo comes from. But it's not called that anymore. I have never played Chapin's Dragonstorm deck. I've played Dragonstorm decks, but not that exact one. Alright, let's see how many basics these decks usually run. Probably at least 2. The most recent list, 2 mountains seems to be a common number. Yeah, that looks pretty standard. 2 mountains. Opponents milled, what, 1 mountain? Or dredged? Yeah, I guess that's not a good plan. So I guess that means we just Wall of Omens, draw a card. Maybe we can somehow mill our opponent out if we draw enough Wraths. Path to Exile. They have Gnaw to the Bone as well. I really have no idea what our easiest way to win this matchup is. Or in game one, at least. I guess we can just Colonnade. Pass the turn. The record is not fully showing up? Huh. It's showing up on my screen. I can see it. I don't know why. Yeah, here comes the dorks. I don't know why it wouldn't be fully showing up for you, Mr. Nubbles. I have the stream pulled up on another screen, and I don't know how to change it because it looks like it's there to me. Opponent, getting back all the stuff. Did not mill another mountain. Loams back some lands. Plays a land, gets back the blood gas. Okay. Yeah, mill them out's probably our best shot. So we only have, all we have is the overall record. So our match record. We don't actually have our game record, but we haven't lost or won any games in this match anyway. So opponent gets everything back, discards to hand size. Can we wait one more turn? Block, 3, 4, we'll take 6. And they're going to have a ton of Conflagrate possibilities. I'm kind of tempted to wait. 6 is not low enough that Bloodghast have haste, although if they Conflagrate, it will be. I think our opponent chose not to bring back the Bloodghast so they could trigger Prized Amalgams if they die, although it's sort of a weird choice because they just dredge back lands? I don't know. I'm not sure why they chose not to do that. Yeah, I guess maybe we should go on the resto plan. Play a Plains. I think we're going to try to block here. We want our opponent to burn through as many resources as possible before we Wrath. They're down to 24 cards. The bigger problem is 2 Conflagrates that we don't currently have an answer for. So we can resto block. We take 6. We'll see. Opponent, gonna go attacking. Hey, what's up, Mineros? How goes it? Did I ever attempt a coin flip base deck? Yeah, we played a coin flip base deck for Against the Odds. Crack's Thumb Luck Test. We'll probably do another one at some point. But yeah, we have done one for Against the Odds. We were not as lucky as I would have liked. Ooh, Gideon is a Fog at least. So block Prized Amalgam, block Prized Amalgam. Down to 13. See if our opponent goes Conflagrating. And just, like, discards their hand. Yeah, we're not... There was also a bug with Mana Clash that made the deck not work as well as it should have with the coin flip deck, unfortunately. Opponent's going to loan back some lands. Yeah, it looks like they're just going to fire off a huge Conflagrate, which probably going to be the death of us. Plays the Mountain. Bloodghast, sure. Yeah, those Conflagrates are pretty devastating. Things will get a little better once we get to all of our Graveyard Hate. We got 5 Graveyard Hate spells in our sideboard. Modern Dinosaurs. That sounds pretty spicy. I would love to take a look at it. Extinct, but still modern. All right, they conflagrate X2. Gets back a prized amalgam. And I think we're dead. So the problem is conflagrate. The dinosaur deck looks like a lot of fun. It seems like it's got some powerful cards in it. I don't know how it lines up. The problem I found with mid-range decks like that is just it's really hard to fight against fast combo decks, but having some good sideboard options could go a long way. Yeah, we nuke the board, but then we just die. We can Gideon plus? I mean, I guess nuking the board is our only option, but if our opponent plays this right, we're just dead to conflagrate. So, yeah, we'll blow up the board. So the problem is they can just dredge, loam, play a land, conflagrate our face. All the Bloodghast will have haste, and we die here. Is Gideon dead in the lore? I don't think so, because we've seen Gideon's recently, so I don't believe so. Did Gideon die recently? Yep, here they come. Prize amalgams, triggering Bloodghast, coming back. I mean, we can path a Bloodghast, but I'm not sure pathing a Bloodghast is going to actually do it here. I think we're dead by more than one Bloodghast attack. My rhyming abilities comes out when we're playing against Dredge. Yeah, this just seems like a miserable matchup in Game 1. Hopefully improving in Games 2 and 3. So there's all the Bloodghast. So now all they got to do is conflagrate and the game ends. Opponent. Yeah, I didn't think that Gideon died. Yeah, there's a conflagrate. There's a hasty Bloodghast. We scoop it up. Yep. Well, our opponent did pretty much exactly what we predicted they would do. Well, good news is 5 Graveyard Hate spells coming in. Grafdigger's Cage, Rest in Pieces. Full playset of Rest in Pieces, which are super good against Dredge. Hopefully good enough against Dredge. I guess we can also bring in a Sweeper. What do we not want against Dredge is a good question. Spreading Seas seems pretty lacking. I don't think we're actually going to be able to mana screw our opponent with Spreading Seas. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how much Gatewatch is on Dominaria. I'm super excited for Karn returning. You could play a Settle the Wreckage in the main deck. That is an option over like a Leyline or one of these random one-ofs that are in the deck. Don't want Pact of Negation, I don't think. Spell Snare is pretty hit or miss. It does hit some okay things. Hopefully Dominaria is not too dominated by Gatewatch members. Maybe we go down. I don't know if Leyline's worth it, really. We could bring in more Exile-based removal if we wanted to. We got D-Spheres. Wall is a blocker, though. I don't know if picking our opponent apart one by one will get the job done. I guess we can try something like that. Not super excited. Let's go down. Well, all right. Let's try it like that. Come on, Graveyard Hate. That's what we need. That's what we need. If we get one of our Graveyard Hate spells, we should be good. I think the new Karn will be really powerful. It'll probably also be a ton of mana, would be my guess. But, all right. No Graveyard Hate. Shipping it. All lands, Kitchen Finks. Are we just going to 5? These hands have been super bad. Yeah. Our deck hates us. Our deck hates us. Well, we get to scry. That's something. Our 4, I don't think we can go to 4. 4, there's a really good chance that we just don't have lands. And can't cast things anyway. Arcane Storm. That sounds like a interesting idea for a pauper deck. Ooh, looking to tap and untap stuff to make mana? That is a really fun looking idea. I like it. I have no idea how viable it is, but alright. We're gonna keep. Verdict to the bottom, not Graveyard Hate. Yeah, we gotta keep here. I mean, I don't think we can go to 4. We mulliganed as aggressively as possible, but it's like our luck test. Luck test is coming back to haunt us against Dredge. It is kind of a little bit like that. There's not a lot of skill that goes into this matchup. It's just, if we happen to find Rest in Peace, we win. If we don't, then they win. There's not really, not really much magic going on in this one. So opponent's got Faithless Looting. The other problem is if we don't draw Graveyard Hate this turn, there's a decent chance they'll build such a big board that we're kind of already going to be out of it by next turn, potentially. I mean, original Karn wasn't even that good or hardly even that played in Standard. So I think that you can see a really powerful... I mean, Nicol Bolas is really powerful, and it's in Standard. So I think we can have a really powerful Karn. Rest in peace? Kitchen Finks! The nightmares. Alright, let's see how devastating turn 2 is. So I started playing back around the original Ravnica, and the first deck I ever played was a Eon Storm deck. Alright, Narcomoeba for our opponent. Coming back was an Eon Storm deck looking to move around charge counters and shoot. It was basically an against the odds deck. I think the first deck I ever built was essentially an against the odds deck. Obviously very casual, but that's still pretty much where it was. They have the reunion too. Our opponent has the opposite of our hand. Our opponent has exactly what Dredge wants. There's the reunion. Prized Amalgam. Well, we got to draw. If we draw it this turn, we probably win. So we have one draw to hit Rest in Peace or Grafdigger's Cage. Otherwise, it's over. Yeah. Well, it's over. Play Field of Ruin. Pass the turn. Yeah, it probably is true that we all start against the odd style. Is Tron my most hated matchup? Yeah, it might be my most hated matchup right now. Tron, Infector on the list. Oh, opponent's just got the ultimate Dredge hand. Doesn't get better than this for Dredge. So, we were talking about the turn 4 rule earlier. Our opponent's going to end this turn with, I don't even know, 30? No. Close to 20 power on the battlefield on turn 3. I don't hate Burn that much anymore. I hate Tron more than I hate Burn. I mostly just hate turn 3 Tron. Opponent gets in. Yeah, we draw land and we scoop it up. There's definitely a lot of variance in Modern. You see this game, it's so funny, because if our mulligan just hit a rest in peace, our opponent just, they do nothing. So, you can't control the cards that come out of your deck, unfortunately. Oh, boy. The sad part of that one is our deck actually seems to have Dredge in mind with 5 graveyard hate spells, so we're playing probably the maximum number of graveyard hate spells you can honestly play in a Modern deck. So we're maxed out on graveyard hate spells, but we still didn't find one. I don't think you can go higher than 5. That's a third of your sideboard dedicated to beating graveyard decks. New donation from my Dixie Rect was, hey YouTube, let's vote for a new name for my Dixie Rect. All right, well, new names for Dixie. So if you're watching this on YouTube, see if we can come up with a name that I don't feel so embarrassed saying whenever Dixie is awesome and donates. Thank you so much, Dixie. $6.38. So yeah, let's figure out a sweet new name for Dixie. Are we playing Momir? We might be able to wrap up with a game of Momir tonight. Really didn't need to concede there? I mean, we were dead, though, I think. There's not really... We weren't literally dead to our opponent's... Alright, let's mulligan. We weren't literally dead to the creatures on our opponent's board, but we were dead to, even if we happened to draw something, we were dead to Conflagrate to finish it off. Because they had 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17... Actually, they might have had 18 power there. So I think maybe we were just literally dead to their board as well. I guess we'll keep the island for now. See if we can at least finish with a 2-3 with this deck. Jeez, we've gotten modern tonight, I would say. Dr. Idiot, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Yeah, turn 2 double Eldrazi Temple is probably the most brutal thing in Modern. That drives me really insane. Darkslake Shores for our opponent. And Modern is such a crazy format. Amanda Hug and Kiss, that's a classic Simpsons joke. Colonnade number 2. So, I mean, when you look at our matchups, it does a really good job illuminating the Modern format. Like, yes, we've lost 3 times so far, which obviously we wouldn't have liked to, but 2 of those losses were just to decks that killed us on turn 3. I mean, we lost to Storm, and then we lost to Dredge, and I think I really like Modern and think that it's in a fairly good place, but those are very much the things, when you hear people complain about Modern, that's basically exactly what they're complaining about, is the fact that there's just a lot, those kind of matchups happen some percentage of the time. Did you like the announcement that Channel Fireball would be holding Pauper events during GPs? Yeah, I think that's a really cool idea. It'll be neat to see how the Pauper events go. I'm not a huge Pauper player, but I've definitely gotten more interested in it based on that announcement. Opponent, take it up. There's the City of Brass. Another Ojutai. Ugh. That's not ideal. I'll play Ojutai. This hand is pretty horrible against what our opponent's doing. The other thing is, I don't really like spicy foods that much. I really like the Dragon Lord Ojutai, and I think Dragon Lord's Ojutai is sweet. But I'm starting to wonder if maybe this is just not the right build of blue-white control for current modern. It feels... we were talking about Affinity being old school. This build feels pretty old school as far as a blue-white control build. And I don't know if it has the... Not playing any counters in the main deck other than 2 Cryptic Commands. I don't know if that's where you should be with blue-white control in modern. Do you think they will unban Jace the Mind Sculptor? I don't know. I guess it's probably still more likely no than yes. But, and we're dead. Man, this has just been... This is why you play counters in your control decks. If you're not going to kill people fast on turn 2 or turn 3, at least you got to try to stop them. You can't just let people combo you off on turn 3 every game. I guess this is turn 5, but man, that has been the story of this stream, is just playing a control deck without counters and dying to combo decks on between turn 3 and turn 5. So I'm starting to think that this build is just unplayable. I think that control could be good. We've seen Jeskai doing really well, but the decks that have been doing good are playing counter spells and playing spell quellers. So while I was excited to test out this creature-y build, I feel like maybe this was good back when like Burn was the top deck and people were playing Zoo and your Kitchen Finks was doing things, but so far our experience with this deck has just been pretty much we play a Kitchen Finks and gain 2 life, and then our opponent untaps and kills us. What happens with the Channel Fireball GPs is going to be interesting to watch. What do you think of Amulet Titan in the current meta? I do not have a ton of experience or any playing the newest versions of that deck, so I am not really sure. I know it's kind of like tier 2 or tier 3. We have a new donation, Farley88, $2. Upgrade deck of Wizards to put blue-white control. Can you take a look? Yes, I can take a look. Thank you so much, Farley88, for the donation. Can you... let me see if I can actually pull up the list. Thank you again for the donation. We have a new subscriber, Darkstar. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big Soups here for our new subscriber. Is Jeskai or straight blue-white better? Ugh. I don't know, honestly. I know you... I'm becoming convinced that you don't want to be playing this style of control deck. I think you actually have to be more controlling than this deck is being. This deck just feels really slow and doesn't really protect itself very well. I like the blue-white wizard deck. I think that's a cool way of upgrading it. Having some Gideons and some sweepers seems pretty sweet. We better, let's see if we can sideboard here. So we get negates, we get disdainful strokes. Celestial Purge doesn't help. Rest in Peace doesn't help. Stony Silence, I mean, we got to go down Pass and we got to go down Wraths. So Stony Silence is probably coming in by default just because it's better than the cards that do literally nothing. And then maybe Elspeth? So maybe just like this, I guess? I don't think Purge does anything. Yeah, I like the blue-white wizard looking deck. Azorius Guildmage was very impressive in our Budget Magic deck. I have not seen the spoiler of the new Karn. I saw that Karn was coming back to Standard, but I haven't seen an actual card of Karn. Is there an actual spoiler of the card of Karn? Teferi's Protection would be interesting in Modern. It might actually just be too good. We get to play first. And, alright, Gideon's Intervention gives us some protection. We have our classic Kitchen Finks, so we can go beatdowns. Stupid question, why aren't people playing Judges Familiar in control decks? I think Judges Familiar is best in decks that are trying to be somewhat aggressive. If you're just looking to control your opponent, I think it's kind of a bad counter spell. But if you're looking to kill your opponent and sort of like tempo them out, then that's where Judge's Familiar really shines. Toonthar, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big Soups here for our new subscriber. So, play a Flooded Strand, pass the turn. Yeah, I would be surprised if we ever saw phasing return to standard. That's a pretty complex mechanic. Exile target permanent, exile target player's hand, exile target player. Ooh. I like that as a... I like the exile target player idea for design. I don't know... I think plussing one time and then ultimating... Yeah, that seems a little good. That's a really strong card. But I really like the exile target player. I think we could do that. I think you could actually see that. I think it would have to be harder to get to, but I think it could actually happen. I can't remember the join Momirless command. Jay Zoller is the only one that knows. Or maybe Brew the deck knows as well now. Opponent's got the Prism. Oh boy. Are they just going to be fast enough to kill us before we can get our stuff down? I think we're just going to Spreading Seas. Keep drawing cards. More Spreading Seas. Well, opponents all islands all the time. Unfortunately, Prism. Oh, man. So I guess our only real play here is going to be to slam Gideon's Intervention, hope our opponent doesn't have Pact of Negation. If they have Pact of Negation, we lose. Exile target Judge. Opponent has Sleight of Hand. Ah, that's right, with the Doom counters. Serum Visions. What do you think of Vana's Hunger and another mechanic players can interact with in the form of Ascend right after energy provided such a headache? I don't feel like I have a good enough understanding of Ascend to really judge it yet. Like, ideally, yes, we'd be able to interact with everything, but I'll have to see how the mechanic actually works before really going through it. All right, so... Name ad nauseum. Maybe this keeps us alive. Opponent did not have the counter. Opponent has tons of manas. I mean, I guess the other thing about Ascend is we don't really know how it's worded, but if it says you gotta have 10 permanents, it's at very least it's either going to be slow or it's... yeah, we better just pass. It's either going to be slow, or it's not going to be... Or it's going to be able to be controlled, because you can kill your opponent's permanents to keep them from comboing off. Hopefully we draw another land, I think, is what we want. Alright, Minamu. So let's just keep spreading, seizing. Pass the turn, leave up our Cryptic. Maybe this is enough defense that we're going to be able to sneak this out. What did you make, D-Many? I'm really excited to see what Rivals of Ixalan looks like. I'm really excited for this set. Another donation from Dixie. Thank you so much, Dixie. Shampoo is better. I go on first and clean the hair. Conditioner is better. I leave the hair silky and smooth. Oh, really, fool? Really? Stop looking at me, Swan. Are you like... Thank you for the donation, $9.59. Are you like... like recording these clips and then making like voiceovers of me with... I don't understand. You have the very interesting donations, I will say, Dixie. I will definitely say that. Well, we are just going to spreading every seas. Actually, it's probably better to get down Kitchen Finks, come to think of it. So we actually have a clock to kill our opponent. Yeah, you get the creative donation winner of the night. You should play a non-budget version of the Nevermore deck you built. You can play Solemnity and Unlife again, too. Yeah, I think we'll be playing another Solemnity Unlife deck again at some point before too long. Because I really enjoyed the Snow Limnity deck, but I was very impressed with how good the combo was. All right, opponent's got Duress. Thankfully, we have 2 Cryptics. Takes Gideon. All right, does not care about Cryptics. Well, get in with Kitchen Finks. Well, we only got to do this 7 more turns and have nothing go horribly wrong. Our Gideon's intervention is probably keeping us alive. There's music. It's just really quiet. It's not on extremely loudly. Opponent has another Prism. Stony Silence could be interesting. That would really cut down on our opponent's mana if we drew Stony. Grab an island. Well, we got our mana this game. Get in with Kitchen Finks. Down to 14. Come on, we got to at least get our 2-3. We got to get the 2-3. We don't want a 1-4. 1-4 is so rough. What do you think of Solemnity and Amundsen Standard? Low-cost big creatures with incidental energy counters. I don't know. I very much thought that Solemnity wasn't good in those style of decks, and our opponent scoops it up. All right, we gotta win. We gotta win. Our Gideon's intervention was just barely enough. Come on, we gotta finish with our 2-3. We gotta scrape out this 2-3. Run it back. So I don't know. I wanted to leave up double Cryptic. That's why there was no Spreading Seas there. So I was very against those style of decks. I didn't think they would work well, and I'm still concerned about it because the problem in Standard is we don't have ways to find Solemnity. In Modern, you can kind of get around it a little bit by using stuff like Zur, for example, we used Idyllic Tutor. But the problem with building all in around Solemnity in that manner is when you don't draw Solemnity, all of a sudden your deck just doesn't really do much of anything. So that's my concern is in Standard, will you have Solemnity enough? So I think in Standard, the trick is going to be to build a deck that is very functional without Solemnity, but even better if you do have Solemnity. So I think that's where we got to be in Standard to make it work. But I think it's possible that it can work in that way. We'll grab Hallowed Fountain. And I think we're just going to Spreading Seas. Opponent might actually like this, but we want to draw a card. Wall of Omens, pass the turn. We just kind of want to hit our land drops here. We're probably going to have to counter this Lotus Bloom. I should draft more often. I really love playing Limited, so we probably should draft more often. I'm on board for drafting more often. There's a Prism. Well, Field of Ruin, pass the turn. Would have been nice to hit a land there. We got to counter Lotus Bloom, I think. Although we could be dead. Angel's Grace, Pact of Negation. 1. Yeah, I guess we're dead to that no matter what. So do we let this resolve? I don't think we've really gotten an explanation of City's Blessing yet. There's a Rough Drafts coming out tonight, actually. Rough Drafts coming out tonight featuring some Vintage Masters action, which pretty entertaining format. I like Vintage Masters. I mean, I guess we lose to... Yeah, we're going to counter it. Well, you can't counter it until they cast it. We're going to try to counter it. We lose to Pact of Negation no matter what, so I think we gotta attempt to counter it. And I guess that does it. Yep. Yep. And, well, we're going to go out on our own terms. Haha! Pact in negation, you. Oh, lordy, lordy. Yep, we got no mana, and we're dead. Well, that's a fitting way to die. That is a good way to die. So, overall, let's talk about this deck really quick, and then we'll wrap up with a game of Momir. So, this deck, two things. I think there's two takeaways, two things to talk about. Number one, I don't think this deck is as bad as it looked in this stream. Like, I know we say this sometimes. Another donation from Dixie. Dixie's just all over the donations. I would never, $3.29. I would never record what you say to use it for anything. Anyways, Alu Akbar, give me $1 million. One hostage medication. What? One hostage needs medical attention. Tell my mom I love her. 9/11. Well, thank you, Dixie. I wasn't thinking you were doing anything nefarious when I said the recording thing, but because some of them seemed like movie lines, so I thought maybe you were doing some video thing where you could, like, record me and then overdub video. I don't know what was going on in my head. I don't know. But thank you for the donation. So this deck, we are going to do Momir, so get ready for that. Let's pull up the Momir list, and then we'll talk about the deck. Momir list. So, Momir list, Mage Knight, Trunken Duncan, Commando Zacho, Chicken Fajitas. So if one of you are interested in Momiring for tonight, send me a challenge. So talk about this deck real quick. We ended up 4-1, obviously disappointing. Number one, it's not as bad as it looked in those matchups. I don't think this is a consistent 1-4 deck. We ran into matchups that didn't go well. We had opponents with good hands. We got killed on turn 3 a lot of times. So I don't think that if you played this deck for 100 matches, you're not going to win 20% of the time. It's better than it looked there. On the other hand, I feel like this deck is significantly worse than the other control options. Normal blue-white control. Normal blue-white control, for example. So I feel like it's also not where you want to be in Modern right now as far as playing control decks. Our kind of fun-ofs, I don't think are very good. The one Leyline of Sanctity, the one Gideon's Intervention, the Pact of Negation. I don't think that's actually a very good strategy. And the biggest problem we ran into is we're just playing really fairly. Very, very fairly. And it's hard to make control decks work in Modern, period, but it's especially hard to make them work when you're not even trying to answer your opponent's stuff. So that was the biggest thing that we ran into with this deck, is we only have 2 Cryptics, so we're just dying to unfair decks over and over and over again. And while in theory, yes, we get a couple more counters, we get some rest in pieces after sideboarding, if we're just going to like give up game 1 and not even just hope that somehow Kitchen Finks and Restoration Angel and Ojutai are fast enough to race, it puts us in a really hard position after sideboarding, where we have to draw our exact sideboard cards 2 games in a row or to have a chance. So we kind of saw that against Dredge. We're just never going to win with this deck against Dredge in game 1. And then hopefully we can mulligan into sideboard cards and win 2 in a row. But I'm not sure that just giving up game 1 to every combo matchup, Dredge, Storm, we're like that too. Like, we're never going to beat Storm. I guess in theory we can draw both of our Cryptics and get really lucky, but we're not, in practicality, we're not going to beat Storm in game 1. Ad Nauseam, we're not going to really beat in game 1. It's a little better because it's a little slower, but essentially we're drawing dead to that as well. So I feel like this deck just doesn't, it has a lot of good cards and does some cool things, but I don't feel like it's where you want to be in the Modern meta. So that was a really long-winded, rambling way to say that, but I think the deck's cool. I like it. I wish we did better because I like Dragonlord Ojutai, but I would not recommend playing this in the current Modern meta. However, I would recommend playing Momir because Momir is awesome. So let's pull up the Momir lay and get in a Momir match on our way out the door for streaming this week. So also, next week, streams as normal. Not planning on changing anything because of New Year's or anything like that. Although, one of our streams next week is going to be limited. Vintage, Vintage Cube, hopefully with Tomer, assuming we get the scheduling right, so it should be sweet. We'll keep it. I think that the Momir list goes by whoever's on... whoever is actually signed in at the moment. So you kind of move up and down the list based on who's logged in. So, Swampco. We will swamp. And let's just make it 2. Come on, Manadork. Ooh, shocker. Whenever it deals damage to a player, the player discards all their cards in their hand and draws that many cards. Huh. Opponent. Ooh, Warren Instigator. Oh, I haven't even seen this Warren Instigator. This has to be brand new. Is this even... Is this not released yet? I gotta look this up real quick, because I have not seen this card before. Maybe I am just missing it. And it's actually out there. Let me see. Warren Instigator. Well, no, not new. I mean, like, the art. Is this... I'm trying to figure out if this promo... It's... Because it's number 000 of 63, if you can see it. And I haven't seen this art before. So I'm wondering if... Oh! It's the dual deck version. I was trying to figure out if we were getting a card that we hadn't seen before on Magic Online, basically. That's what I was wondering, if this was an unknown to Magic Online promo. So it's a dual deck card. Opponent. I don't think it's... I don't know if it's officially released yet. None of the bots actually have it. Ooh, Loxodon Smiter is big. Opponent gets in for 2. Thankfully, no goblins to dump into play. It is cool art. I think I like it better than the original. Shocker. I don't know about this art. I guess it looks like it is about to sting whoever it's standing on. No mountains. Where's all of our Momir mountains? Let's make a 4. We get... Ogre Battle Driver. Ooh. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, it gets +2/+2 and gains haste until end of turn. This was a card that was, like, somewhat hyped when it came into Standard, and it never really worked, unfortunately. I think that's one of the reasons I love playing Momir, is you get to see all these old cards and remember them. Urborg Stalker, at the beginning of each player's upkeep, if that player controls a non-black, non-land permanent, deals 1 damage to that player. That's not the most powerful card I've ever seen. I guess 1 damage a turn isn't the absolute worst. Opponent passes. We take 1 because of our red cards. Well, we'll just stick on the swamp plan. Hopefully we get something sweet to fireball in with this battle driver. 6/5 haste. Creatures you control gain menace for 4 mana. That could come up later. Alright, let's get in for 6. See what our opponent does. Another donation? Is this Dixie again? Dixie the donator. Bongler with the $10 donation. Thank you so much, Bongler. Seth, you're my hero. I want you to have all my babies, but that's impossible as we are both males. I'll settle for watching you stream, though. Well, Bongler, thank you so much for the donation. And if you ever figure out the baby thing, you'll have to let me know. Thank you, though. I do appreciate it and the kind words. Yeah, we'll just pass. I'm not an Aussie. I want to modify the Grixis Amulet deck to make standard land destruction. Should I stay in the Grixis colors or splash green for Creeping Mold for flexibility? Also, how many land destruction spells would you recommend? I think you want to have at least 8 land destruction spells if you're going to be full on a land destruction deck. So I think that you're shooting for at least 8, maybe up to 10. And if you can do it without green, I guess it'll make it more consistent, but I'm not 100% sure if there's enough playable land destruction. Like, if you're playing really bad land destruction to stay out of green, mana's good enough in Standard that you can probably make it work, especially with Aether Hub. So I think I would probably lean towards splashing green if you had to, and you might have to make land destruction work. Well, let's make a 6. Yeah, not enough counters was... Ooh, Dismisser is pretty excellent. I guess we'll just bounce a 5-4. Yeah, the deck just wasn't where it needed to be. We're going to have to play another control deck, though. Maybe we'll play Blue-White Emiria at some point. Maybe Blue-White Emiria would fall prey to the same thing. I wonder if Blue-White Emiria would be good right now. If that deck wasn't good, and Blue-White Emiria is kind of playing the same game plan, I don't know. But we did well with Martyr Proc. Martyr Proc went well. And that's... I guess it has some fast draws, though. How do you play Momir on Moto? So the only thing you need to buy or own is this avatar, which is around $8 to $10, depending on where you get it from. So you got to get the avatar. Then you have to put it, make a deck, 61 cards, because Momir counts as 1. Everything else lands. And then if you just go to the play, I guess I can. If you go to the play lobby here, you can play just for fun games, just set Momir as the option, or you can play actual queues for tickets if you want to. I really hope they do Momir Leagues. They really need to bring Momir Leagues back. They used to have Momir daily events, and they were so sweet, so I'm going to have to start sending messages to Wizards people repeatedly every day until I get Momir Leagues. Did you see the Rat Moon video on CFB yesterday? Made me think of you. I didn't see the Rat Moon one. I saw Fabiano's Planeswalker Blood Moon Ensnaring Bridge deck. Channel Fireball's finally figured it out. You just put Blood Moon in everything, and life is good. They're getting there. They're learning. All those Platinum pros. I'm gonna have to check it out though, because that seems sweet. Ooh, Barricade Breaker's big. Well, let's break the barricade. I'll send them a random message every day for Momir, because that would be on theme. A random message of varying converted mana cost, increasing amounts of letters. I'll start off with 1 word, and then the next day it'll be 2 words, then 3 words, up to 8 words. That'll be the maximum. That might get him to do it. Hey, thank you, Corrupt This Story. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Sorry our deck didn't do better tonight. Karpoosin Giant. The whole 3/3 for 7. I guess this can get pretty big if you're playing Snowlands, but man, this card is horrible. That card is so incredibly bad. Because then you just tap out. You got to tap out to pump it. It's just, ugh, not a good Magic card. You have to play only 60 cards exactly. Plus the Momir avatar. So it's actually 61. But you can't play more. You can't play Snowlands. You can play Waste, even though I don't have a Waste in this deck, but you can play Waste. Ooh. That is a big, hasty trampler. Ooh. Scarred Goliath. I wonder if we could build a Blood Rush deck. I wonder if it's possible. I know there's some cheaper Blood Rush. +9/+9 and Trample. That's a big pump spell. I mean, but then I guess you just become Amends for 1 mana. Thank you, Zyron. Bone it. Down to 7. Sweep the board. They need a Bounce Kraken or something. We played a kind of mid-rangey blue-white control deck that didn't really work. We just died. Oh, boy. All right. Well, that changes things. Probably dying to Stormtide Leviathan. Oh, things were looking so good. Bounce Kraken? Oh, a Chroma. Gains haste. Has flying. Oh my god, we hit it. That's a way we can steal the game. A Chroma Angel of Fury. Whoo! Opponent got there, but then we got there right back. That was a very Momir way to end the game. Whoo! That was pretty good. That was pretty good. The countdown is at 1 for us. Clock's run out. Sub game over. Oh, that was good timing. I guess we'll keep. Opponent leads on a swamp. Well, let's swamp it. So anyone got any sweet plans for New Year's? What are you doing for your New Year's celebration? Anything cool and exciting? Because our next stream, the holidays will be wrapping up. By the time we're back here on Tuesdays, holiday season will be over. And then we will be right in the middle of Rivals of Ixalan, and then things just get crazy. This is a quiet time of the Magic calendar. Like the month of December, once we get to next week, things are going to be insane. I got to update the Magic calendar for 2016. But we go like Rivals of Ixalan. Tournaments start back up again. We have Modern Pro Tour in February. We have another Master set coming out in March. So we'll have spoilers for that and another Master set to get hyped about. Then we have in April, Dominaria kicks off. And then, Thing of the Ice is so bad in Momir. And then we have Core Set returning. I'm so excited. It's funny. I think the thing I'm least hyped about is Rivals of Ixalan. Like, I'm not unhyped about Rivals of Ixalan. Rivals of Ixalan is fine. But I am extremely hyped for Dominaria. And I'm also extremely hyped for Return of the Core Sets. BNR announcements. So I'm getting super excited for what's coming up in Magic. It is going to be an awesome year. And that's not even considering new content stuff. 2018 is going to be awesome. Yeah, I'll probably end up sleeping on New Year, too. That's the best way to ring in the new year. For New Year's, my church hosts a huge dance with all the teens, and we go till midnight. That sounds like a lot of fun. That sounds like a good way to ring in the new year. Tabletop night. Nothing says New Year like a D&D campaign set in Tarkir. Ooh. Yeah, I think I'm going to be D&Ding with Tomer here sometime in January, I believe. Oh, I'm really excited for core sets. I mean, yeah, I'm excited in a different way. I'm excited in Dominaria because I think it's going to be powerful and awesome and nostalgic. I'm excited for core sets because I feel like it's going to... I feel like it fixes so many of the problems we have in Standard. I feel like it gives Wizards a way to give us those pithing needles and those reprints. Like, I've missed reprints in Standard, really. Since core sets went away, we've had so few reprints. I miss having the excitement of, oh my god, they put Grim Lavamancer back in Standard. Oh my god, it's Lightning Bolt back in Standard. So that's the kind of stuff that is opened up by core sets that we don't have without core sets. So that's why I'm hyped for it. It might not be all that powerful, but oh man, it's going to be... I'm super excited. Yeah, that's exactly my feeling, Gadget. I'm excited that it doesn't have to be tied to the flavor, it doesn't have to be tied to the mechanics of the set. There's just free reign to make new cards and reprint cards that wouldn't make it in Kaladesh or Ixalan because they just don't fit the theme of the set. And I appreciate Wizards being focused on theme and flavor. I think that's a great thing. But without a core set, I've just missed some of the off flavor stuff that we don't get anymore. So honestly, and oh man, and now we have the Team Pro Tour, which is going to be probably the coolest Pro Tour that there's ever been. I think 2018, I know there's been like doom and gloominess going on, some parts on YouTube and stuff. People, oh, it's saying that Magic is in a bad spot and all that. And there's obviously things that have been clunky and not ideal. But seriously, I think 2018 is going to be an amazing year for Magic. And I don't remember, since I've been really focused on this, like for the last maybe 5 years or so, and I was playing long before that, but it's increasingly become more and more a part of my life. I don't remember being this hyped for a year in Magic since forever. Like, I don't think I've ever been this hyped. Do I ever listen to Adventure Zone? I do not listen to Adventure Zone. Not streaming PUBG directly after this, but we probably will be streaming PUBG at some point, I think. It sounds like there's popular demand. Even though I still think I'm a boring and not very good PUBG player. Ooh, trim you down, you spirit. Oh man, I don't know if we'll get Titans again. Core Sets also brought us the bad Titans, right? What was the cycle? They're so immemorable, so not memorable. What was the bad Titans? I can't remember the name of them. They're the ones that you could exile from your graveyard to activate once. The Soul Cycle. Yeah, I am super hyped. I think this is going to be a great year. I really am. There's just so many cool things that we haven't had before. Modern Pro Tour, Team Pro Tour. Ooh, Sarah Avatar is pretty big. I don't know. It's the Souls. That's what I was stumbling around trying to think of. If I'm going to actually stream PlayerUnknown Battleground, I'm going to have to practice a little more. I haven't played much recently. I gotta tighten up. I should just get other people to do it and do team games. I think that's what Nummy does. And then I have an excuse. If I play really poorly and lose, I can just blame you guys. Hey, it's my teammates' fault. Don't mind me crawling around, hiding. Can I call your buddy Brandon a scumbag? In a friendly way. Is this like a joking haha thing? Well, yeah, if I actually do play some PlayerUnknown Battleground, then we'll figure out doing some team thing. We're not doing it tonight, but I know people have asked for it, so maybe we'll be able to do it at some point in the not super distant future, if I can figure out when to do it. Nick Solana, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Wow, opponent with old block and pass. Well, let's make a 7. I feel like we're really far ahead. Let's hit a 7, see if we can hit Phage. Give our opponent a chance. I think that's the sporting thing to do in Momir. Okay. Corey Colossus actually just kills something. And then I guess we actually just attack with everything. Wow, this was a Momir beatdown. This makes up for how bad our... This makes up for how bad our actual league went. The Momir beatdown. My other Twitch is just Saffron Olive. It hasn't been active in a while. Since I've started streaming on the Goldfish Twitch, I haven't really used my own channel. I usually just stream on here, but if we're doing non-Magic stuff, I would do it on my own channel. I probably should stream on my own channel a little bit anyway. Back when I streamed on my own channel that was a while ago, like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago maybe. So it would be good for people to know about my own personal one, just in case ever need it for anything. Play some Hearthstone, salty Hearthstone streams. All right, let's take our chance. Oh, Razia, and yeah, well, our league did not go well, but our Momir went pretty excellently. Good game, Commando Zacho, good game. You'll get me next time. Apparently, I'm up to 2-0 against Commander Zacho now, so win streak. We got a win streak. Oh, my goodness, everyone. So Blue-White Control, not awesome. Momir, pretty fun. And I think that's going to bring us to the end for tonight. So what do we got coming up? On the YouTube channel, rough drafts tonight. So if you want to wet your whistle, waiting for some Vintage Masters, or not Vintage Masters, Vintage Cube on stream, make sure to check out the rough drafts on the YouTube channel tonight. Commander Clash, New Year's episode coming out on Friday. For Mucha Brew, we got Temur Evolve, got a sweet budget Magic deck, and then hopefully some new stuff kicking off shortly after the New Year. So excited for that. The replay YouTube, where you can find all the old streams, including this one in the future. Of course, the merch page, token t-shirts, playmats, all that good stuff. So anyway, everyone, I think that brings us to the end for tonight. So have a super awesome holiday weekend. I'm going to rest up, get over this cold, be back and ready to go on Tuesday with another stream. Vintage Cube, one of the streams next week. I gotta set it up with Tomer. Hopefully we do the team stream. So big thanks to everyone who donated, thanks to everyone who subbed, and thanks to all of you who just hung out. It's been an amazing year. You guys are so awesome, really, seriously. All of you are amazing. You make it so much fun. So thank you, all of you, for making 2017 a super awesome year, and I'm super hyped for 2018. It's going to be another super awesome year, so I'm looking forward to that too. So seriously, everyone, thank you so much for being awesome. Have a great holiday weekend. I'll see you on Tuesday for another one, and talk to you soon.